Some are softballs, but we're going to do our best to get a good sample of everybody and get some good chances to get some awesome prizes, and I'll show you what those are in a bit. And then, stick around to the end. There's going to be some fun throughout all the Mega Man titles that are happening right now, and some other neat surprises as well. So, I figure though, before we start diving into the anniversary, what better way to start things off than with some trivia? So if you're here at the Megaman 30th anniversary panel, we assume that you have a really good idea of what has happened in the series for the last 30 years. So we'll kick this off. How this is going to work is going to be the first person to raise their hand after the entire question has been put on the screen will be the person who gets a chance to answer. So keep an eye out for that. And so here we go. We'll do our best to make sure we get the first person who raises their hand. So first, a trivia question now. Oh, and so that you know what you're playing for, there's some great stuff in here. We have a copy of Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 for the Nintendo Switch. We have a t-shirt, some Mega Man t-shirts, some comic books, collectibles. There's some really fun stuff in here, so stay tuned for that. All right, first question. What was the first game of the Mega Man franchise to appear on the Super Nintendo? Mega Man 7, Mega Man Soccer, Mega Man The Wily Wars, or Mega Man X? Okay, David's going to be tracking down this gentleman in the white shirt here for the answer.
Would that be Mega Man 7's answer?
Ooh, actually, anybody else?
Yeah!
Standing,
Right here in the blue. Right here in the blue. Yes. He says Mega Man X.
It is Mega Man X. Very nice.
Oh, okay, there we go.
All right, next trivia question's coming up here. So everybody, hands down. Everybody's hands are down. Okay, here is the next trivia question. Who is that character from Mega Man? This gentleman with both arms raised. I definitely think this is the first person.
Okay.
It's Splash Moon from Mega Man 9. Very good.
This one was
Oh, nice.
We can face off against in Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. So, awesome. All right, thanks guys. There'll be more trivia throughout the panel. So, yeah, stay tuned for that.
Nice.
So, to kick things off, we're going to talk just about, in general, the Mega Man 30th anniversary, and we're also going to, I figure the best way for us to kick off this conversation is to reflect on, the classic series. And speaking of Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, let's just take a look at those collections and kind of set the mood for the last 30 years.
Leave that car. Too late. Oh. Oh God, melt down.
Cool, all right. So yeah, obviously, that was a trailer for Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, which we just released on Nintendo Switch. You can also find those on PS4, Xbox One, Steam. Got all the original classics in there. But to kick things off, I have a question here for both, Sushia-san and Nonaka-san. And the question is, there have been so many side-scrolling platformers through the years. The genre is basically immortal. What is it about Mega Man that has made it so iconic and made this lasting impression 30 years later?
ジャンルのいろんなゲームのジャンルがあって、サイズクールのジャンルも本当に長年数とされてきましたので、なぜその中の迫力がすごい印象的で、
そうですね。メガマンっていうのはネスで初めて発売された初代メガマンファンの頃からステージ自由に選んで攻略するだとか、 倒したボスの武器が手に入ってそれが次の攻略につながるといったメガマンならではというゲームシステムを最初から完成していてとてもそれがサイドスクロールのゲームアクションの中の特徴的メガマンの特徴になっていてなおかつ最初から非常に完成度が高いシステムあとは本当にゲームバランスがすごくとてもよくできていたのでやはり最初のうちから初代メガマンの視点でもう非常に高い評価を取り付けることができたのが今の歴史につながっているのだと思っています。
Alright, I got this, guys. Okay.
今回分割して
So I think the beauty of Megaman is the fact that even from the very first iteration of Megaman, it had that very just solidified system where you had the freedom to select any stage that you wanted to, where other games had this like very linear progression. Where with Megaman, it had the beauty of just being like, all right, I get to go wherever I want to. And on top of that, when you actually defeated the Robot Master and you got their weapon, now you have that added level of gameplay where you're like, all right, like now I know I can use this as a strength against somebody else, and that kind of figuring things out as you go along, on top of the freedom. I think that combination was already such a like completed level of gameplay that we could just easily build upon. So that was something that I feel like really kind of resonated with everybody, and was something that was like very easy to grasp and has been successful even up until now.
Yeah, well said. I mean, even today, showing Mega Man 11 on the show floor at Comic-Con, the fact that talking about being able to choose any of the 8 Robot Master stages from the very start, taking their weapons, using them against one another, is still just such a fresh concept to this day. How about for you, Nonaka-san?
Well,
そうですね、大体ゲームとか漫画とかギャップのあるものは記憶に残るんですけど、メガマンって見た目可愛いけどやったらすっごい手応えあるんですよね。そのギャップがどの人の印象にも残ってるんだと僕は思います。
I think with a lot of entertainment, things that really stick out are things that have a very sharp juxtaposition, and the visuals of Mega Man is so cute, but then it kicks you in the butt in terms of the gameplay. So I think the contrast of the visuals and how difficult it can be has been something that really sticks out in people's minds.
Yeah, it's still a really tough series to go back to as far as the challenge level, but cool things about Legacy Collection, there's some saves in there. The Switch version allows you to rewind on the fly, you might have seen. Mega Man 11 has a lot of different difficulty levels, but man, if you want that hardcore challenge where you're just going to get humbled over and over and over again by some enemy that pops out of a pit and makes you drop in there, that's still in there. I guess, while we're talking about the 30th anniversary, I know, for example, Soshia-san, you're a Capcom veteran who's been with the company working on Mega Man since Mega Man 5, Mega Man 7, you've done Asura's Wrath and other titles like Haunting Grounds, and so you've been around for a while, but both for Soshia-san and Nonaka-san, what is it like to be working on this series which has such passionate fans out there, and to be sort of taking on the mantle and leading the charge right now?
I will fold it and then pass it to the others. So what is this?
It's for a giveaway. Yeah, I need to. You want me to take? I
can do this.
pull yours out and do it.
There we go. And go.
そうですね、まず僕自身もカプコンに初めて仕事で関わって
So what do we redeem this?
At the Hyatt.
自分の好きなゲームだし
Hyatt.
The Hyatt, and then you just give me to it, and they tell me it's from.
すごい自分自身も
Does it have to be redeemed today?
No, before Sunday at 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock. Got it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So, even when joining Capcom for the first time, the first title that I was involved in was Mega Man 5. So, having that as like my first entry into the video game industry has really left a really deep impression for me. So the Mega Man franchise definitely has a special place in my heart as well.
もう一つあるのはやはりメガマンをすごく 担当しているとすごくたくさんの人との出会いが僕にとってあるんですね。それはとても素晴らしい開発者であったり、すごい本当に今日ここに来ている皆さんのように素晴らしいファンとこう直接会えるっていうのがやはりメガマンが僕に対してもたらしてくれた素晴らしいことのもう一つです。
And something I'm very thankful of for being involved in the franchise is just the really cool opportunities of meeting so many different people, being able to have the opportunity to meet so many different other developers that are familiar with the franchise, and having opportunities like this to be able to interact with all the great fans. It's really just a very humbling and a great opportunity to be involved with the franchise.
Awesome. So obviously, before there's a lot more to the Mega Man franchise than the classic series. We'll be talking about it a lot. But before we move on to the next Mega Man series we want to talk about, we're going to take a break for a little bit more trivia. So I hope that reflecting on the series has stirred some juices a little bit, and you got some more trivia knocking around in your head and are ready, because it's going to get a little bit tougher. Also, I have a little better look at what you're playing for here as an example. So just another peek at what you're playing for. It took every ounce of willpower not to take that net shirt with me. It is in one of the bags. I did not take it for myself, so congratulations to me. So the next question.
Yeah.
So if we could see the lights a little bit here, so we can see hands. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Thank you. So the next question is we have two bags here, so two questions. So we're going to keep an eye out for hands. The next question is, what vehicle does Roll drive in Mega Man Battle and Chase? Is it Wild Arms, Pop and Beat, Shinobi Master, or Sonic Formula? All right.
Gotta be the Sonic Formula and or Pop and Beat.
D.
Who do you think? That gentleman? Okay.
C.
This gentleman.
No, not C. That's a ninja car.
Maybe he said D.
Oh, is that what it was?
Formula.
I'll redeem myself this time. It's B.
Okay.
Okay.
It was Pop and Beat. Very good.
Hey. Yeah.
Okay. So we have another trivia question here. So everyone's got their hands down. We'll be taking a close eye out for this. So the next question is, which Maverick Hunter betrays and attacks X?
Oh! Wait a minute.
I think this gentleman with the green lanyard here is the
Green
first.
lanyard. Boy,
All right.
You're getting some best answer. Think hard, because you don't get any life.
Betrayal's serious.
Nervous, yeah. And I play Mega Man X a lot.
How about X3?
I loved it. I love to get the Zero Saber.
You're
gotta be
stalling, aren't you?
Mac.
It
Mac.
says it's B, Mac.
It's Mac, yeah.
Yeah, it is Mac. Damn, I was right. Oh well.
Awesome.
We tried.
So yes, on the topic of Mega Man X, we're going to be moving on to the Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, and talking about the X series next. So here we go.
Here we go, kids. Actually, we've seen this already. Here we go now. Oh, you're at 6. Where is it the ground? Here we go right now. Here we go. Here we go right now. Here we go. Here we go right now. Oh, yeah. Yay! Uh-oh. Nice challenge. You got 2 enemies. You guys are great. Oh, yeah.
So, real quick, you know, for those of you out in the audience, like, for who out there had Mega Man X as their first Mega Man title ever that they played and fell in love with? Make some noise. If X was their first. Cool. How about if the classic series was your first experience with Mega Man?
Yeah!
Awesome. It's cool to know where everybody stands. It's pretty equal, though, all told. So, as you've seen, we got Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 coming out. Just a quick overview. X Legacy Collection 1 has Mega Man X 1 through 4, so you got, you know, 3 of the classic 16-bit side scrollers, and then the jump to the 32-bit. And then Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2 has 2 other 32-bit games, and then it kind of click over to the 3D visual generation. So with X 5 through 8. So there's a lot of variety in there. You got what you've come to expect from Legacy Collection. So huge museums. You got the Day of Sigma, you know, prequel anime in there. We also have, you know, nostalgic trailers, and most importantly, what I'm most excited about is the X Challenge mode, which has like a variety of face-offs, all these themed face-offs against different Maverick bosses throughout the series. And so yeah, you'll be facing off against 2 ice bosses like Chill Penguin and Frost Walrus, or there's Oil and Water where you're against Bubble Crab and Wheel Gator, and it really mixes things up a lot. But we'll be talking more about that in a minute. So on the topic of the X series, this question is for Nonaka-san, and you know, from a creator's perspective, I feel like, especially in recent years, I've felt that fans have been more and more vocal about how much they love Mega Man X and sort of the gameplay it brought to the franchise. You know, yes, you know, from your creator's perspective, why do you think it is so beloved by fans, and what makes it stand out?
ロックマン X は誕生したコンセプトは僕が聞いてる分にはハードでシリアスなロックマンだとまず聞いてます。はい。あ、もう少し。もう大丈夫です。ロックマン X シリーズの一番の魅力はハードの進化に合わせてアクションとシナリオですね、ストーリー性がどちらもパワーアップしていくシリーズだったっていうことだと思います。
So with the X series, the basic concept behind the X series was a hard and serious Mega Man. And because it was created when there was a next generation hardware, it allowed
I'm not live streaming at all.
To have more capabilities, to kind of add more storyline. And it was kind of like taking the classic Mega Man and evolving it to something that really
no
fit
way.
with the times.
I can't do live
So I
streaming.
think that's something that really resonated with fans.
All right, and then another really important question for both of you is Mega Man X1, which Maverick am I supposed to start off with first? Chill Penguin. It's Chill Penguin. Okay, gotcha.
Should I still ask a question?
Well, yes.
じゃあ、2人に対してのこの X 開始するこ
Pokemon.
ちらのイレギュラーで始めるでしょうか。
ああ、ステージ。もうでも今みんな言ってたよね。
Everyone's already answered the question.
You know, ask guys. But yeah, you gotta get there.
It's Icy Pengigo in Japanese.
That's what I was getting at. That's really what I'm trying to do.
Ice Penguin?
Awesome. So the other thing I wanted to ask about is with the X Challenge mode. Talk about a little bit about the inspiration behind creating a brand new mode where you can take on 2 Mavericks at once for the first time in the series, and what went into the sort of concepting and development of that.
I would never live stream anything like this.
に関してね、
まず、X レガシーコレクションを作る前にメガマンレガシーコレクションが出てまして、そこのチャレンジモードがすごくファンの方々に遊んでいただいていると、評価が高かったっていうのがまずありますね。で、6マンシリーズの魅力っていうのがそのステージのギミックの多彩さと、もう一つやっぱりすごい大きな魅力がやっぱりそのボスメカなんですよね。でこのイレギュラー、このボスを使ったチャレンジをちょっと目先を変えて作ってみようっていうのがスタートの、コンセプトでした。
So the start of the inception of the X Challenge mode was actually looking back at the Megaman Legacy collections, where a lot of the additional content was viewed very favorably amongst fans, and so we're like, okay, let's do something similar for Megaman X Legacy collection, and with Megaman X, it's like obviously like the previous, like the original classic installments. There's a lot of contraptions and stage things, stage gimmicks, so to speak, that really kind of like resonate with fans. But at the same time, like okay, what really stands out is definitely the Mavericks, or irregulars in Japanese. And he's like. And it's like, okay, like let's really put that as the focal point. And it's like, oh, well, it's fun fighting just one Maverick. How about fighting two of them at the same time? So that was kind of how the concept built upon itself.
Yeah, so
あともう一個あって、本当に難しいモードを作ってやろうって思いました。
No. And the other concept was I want to make a really, really hard mode.
Most Megaman fans won't take issue. And you should definitely come down to the Capcom booth in the show floor. You can actually try out X Challenge mode, and trust me, combination of the behemoth like Frost Walrus taking up most of the screen, and then Chill Penguin jumping around. It's a huge challenge, and yeah, come and do better than I can do it. I'd love to watch you play the game. So next up here is something fun we want to share with you. So we have a. Let's see if we can get that up here. Just a quick second. It's really cool, trust me. Okay, here we go. So we partnered with our friends at Udon because we were so excited about the Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2 that we felt it was appropriate to have some brand new artwork created and that really captured the mood of two of the key protagonists in the series. And let's take a look at that. So, two of the main characters in Mega Man X obviously are X himself and Zero, mysterious, Reploid who comes in and helps X as well. So we have some brand new art.
I talked to Wiley.
We have like the Mavericks from across the entire series looming in the back. Obviously, Sigma somehow generally ends up being behind it all every single time. And also, I don't know, is anyone out there like free stuff?
Yeah!
We're super excited to say that, yeah, this is going to be a free gift from us to you. This is an exclusive reveal for you guys. We haven't shown this art anywhere. There's really no other place to get it. And so on your way out, make sure that you grab a ticket, and then you can pick that poster up at the Hyatt Grand Hall. And make sure to go and check out the Udon booth on the floor. And,
I think that's
say hey to our friends over there. They have some awesome stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So, next up, we have a little...
Well, thank you.
So, next up, we have a little bit more trivia before we click over.
Oh, joy. More
big,
trivia from this game.
Stuff that we're excited to show you. And of course, Mega Man X Legacy Collection, it's available. It's going to be available on July 24th on, pretty much everything you want to play it on. You want to play it on PS4, Xbox One, Steam, you want to pick up your Nintendo Switch. I absolutely recommend checking that out. So, next up is trivia. All right, so we're going to go a little bit deeper here. And the next question is, the virus that affected robots worldwide in Mega Man 10 was called... All right, help me out up there, David.
T-Virus.
I'm in the hinterlands out here. I'm out in the wilderness.
Okay, David.
Give me some answers. Who knows? Who knows? Got that gentleman right there.
All All right.
Yes. You, with 2 hands raised.
It's not Wiley Posh.
You know the answer. You get 1 shot.
Sigma minus.
Oh, no.
I have a question.
Can I discount right here?
No.
You.
It's Roboenza.
Yeah, there we go.
Very, very cool.
And it's not the T virus, that's Resident Evil.
Here this year. You don't want to catch Roboenza. So the next question is, which arrogant Mega Man X villain makes an appearance in the secret area of Mega Man X6? I think David right here, gentleman waving his hat very enthusiastically.
Okay.
Was definitely the first.
Hat waver. Let's
Yeah.
see what you got for an answer. All right. Which
Gotta
area
be-
Mega Man X villain makes an appearance in a secret area in Mega Man
Dynamo.
X6? You're saying it's 5.
No. Oh,
Good guess.
There.
Good guess.
hang on.
Yes, that is not the correct answer.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say your best bet. This gentleman right here.
Dynamo.
It's Dynamo. Yep.
Yes!
So,
There we go.
Very good. Very good.
Yes.
Dynamo's
Keep
a real
trying
star.
to more trivia coming.
Yeah, there'll be more down the line. So, but next. So,
Oh, yes! Oh, I'm so excited!
just wanted to take a second and say.
We need a good Mega Man game.
Mega Man is back.
Yeah! Woo!
Before we dive in, I want to show you the latest trailer that we have, just to kind of set the mood. So, yeah, let's take a look.
Okay, please be good, please be good.
Bad memories make the worst dreams. The genius of my caliber needs sleep to keep his brain in gear. Wait. That research from my youth. Yes. Now I'll show you light.
Oh, what? I've seen this already. I've seen this already.
This is the prototype double gear system that Wyatt developed back at Robot University. If I install this into your circuits, you may be able to stop him. But it's dangerous. Double gear places great strain on robot systems.
I can take it, Doctor. I want to do this no matter the cost. Hook me up.
As you wish.
Look out, Rocky. Yay! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Yes, so the wait is over. We have Mega Man 11 is going to be releasing on October 2nd of this year for all the same consoles that we mentioned before. And to kick things off, I wanted to pose a question here to Tsuchiya-san, which I think is one that's on a lot of people's minds and bears asking, which is, Mega Man took a little break for a while, and it's been a minute since we've had a brand new title in the series. And so, why is now the right time for Mega Man 11?
理由は 一つはやはりシリーズの誕生から30周年を迎えるということで、やはり待ってくれているたくさんのファンが世界中にいるということは分かっていたので、やはり一番はファンの期待に応えたいということがまず一つ目で、もう一つはでもとは言ってもじゃあ簡単にメガマンを作れるのかというとですね、やはり本当にメガマンに対して愛情と情熱を持ったスタッフがいてくれないと作ることはできない。一番切実な問題があるんですけども、本当にタイミングがよく、今回のディレクターですね、優秀なメガマンに対しての愛情が深くて、非常に優秀な開発者をすごく集めることができたという、すごいベストなタイミングが2つの30年目にして、やっと優秀な開発者を集めることができたというのが、このタイミングでメガマン11を皆さんに届けれるようになった2つの理由です。
So there's a couple reasons. First reason is pretty obvious. Considering it's the 30th anniversary for Megaman, we felt that this is the most appropriate time to bring Megaman back. The second reason was it's a difficult series to bring back, and one of the hurdles that we faced was trying to find the right people, trying to find the people with the right expertise. And starting with the director came up and said, I want to work on this project. And so he went around and tried to recruit people that he felt was appropriate to the project. And this was kind of it worked out where all the right people were kind of available at this time. And so we were able to build up a team where we felt was the right team to make this game.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite notes about that, and talking with the team early on about the background of Mega Man 11 and its development, was talking with Koji Oda, the director that Sushi-san mentioned, who, as a huge Resident Evil fan, that when I joined Capcom, I knew Oda-san for his work on the original Resident Evil and Resident Evil 0, and he was conveying his passion for Mega Man. He's like, I've always wanted to make a Mega Man game, and so you have this veteran Capcom director who's finally able to work with Sushi-san on a series he's always wanted to make an entry in, and so I really feel like now has been the right time. We have a real dream team who's assembled to make a Mega Man 11 awesome. So on that note, one of the really new things about Mega Man 11, and rest assured it has all the tight platforming that you like. It feels exactly like you would expect it would. Jumping, shooting, charge shots, sliding, all of the good stuff. You can call down rush and use them as a spring and jump up to reach new places. But the really new exciting thing that you can try out on the show floor is the double gear system. Just as a quick overview, you saw it in the trailer, you can make Mega Man move so fast that it appears as if the world around him is slowing, and you can power up your buster with the